We're at the, of course, ConocoPhillips refinery company. Oil refinery, the company, establishment, COVID authorization, Donald J. Trump, the 47th president, and also Melania Trump, the 50th and 52nd First Lady of the United States of America. Now, the assumptions of drilling and tariffs and turning transmitted information to harvesting information for tariffs here in the United States of America, building factories in the United States of America, and pertaining the service of presidential primary election, a high centerpiece at the McKenna Law Firm at 509-765-4451, fax 509-765-1619. The fax. Now, John Luke McKinnon, John Hazen McKinnon at 509-765-4451, fax 509-765-1619. The authorization for a presidential primary election, the COVID-19. This is the second year of celebrating the COVID-19 policy regulation as a holiday, a federal holiday. Now, COVID's been authorized by the presidential primary election, Donald J. Trump. Now, the 47th President of the United States of America, this authorization, ExxonMobil, now called ConocoPhillips. Now, the tariffs have become trillions and trillions of multi-gallons of fuel transported and inventoried on tariffs. Now, remember, the tariffs are turning into trillions of dollars. Now, millions and millions of gallons and trillions of gallons overturned by tariffs now are turning revenue into trillions here in Moses Lake, Washington. ConocoPhillips at 509-765-4451, Mr. John Luke McKinnon, Carla McKinnon, license numbers MCK EAJH502QN. Amir Singh Nijjar at CIMARON5INC, 1400 Main Street. Amir Singh Nijjar, and the services they have at CIMARON5INC, the insurance policy, the revenue, the policy, the tariffs, of course, and the regulation and services are from John Luke McKinnon and the CIMARON5INC at 1400 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. SOS Gov Corp, the business renewal for the McKenna Law Firm at 509-765-4451, fax 509-765-1619. Now, the holiday presenting a policy, regulation, and services administration office carrying that authorization and bringing a presidential primary election and their tariffs and their executive orders and making the foreign relations to authorize a nuclear strike on Iran and blowing up 3 of their nuclear plants that produce nuclear fusion to induce a nuclear bomb and ordnance in that service of nuclear deterrence and nuclear warfare, and pretending to launch a nuclear war attack on the United States of America's soil, like Moses Lake, Washington, or Richland, the nuclear plants and services, and bombing Richland, Washington, and bringing their Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Taliban members, and also Caliphate members, Taliban members, and also ISIS members, and also the Taliban leaders, and a policy regulation in the service of nuclear deterrence and service, and bringing, condemning their services of authorization of having Donald J. Trump assassinated and killed on July 13th of 2024, which was unsuccessful. And that turnout rate, and then providing and YouTubing the Facebook Zoom and the McKenna Law Firm at authorization of the presidential primary election and the services they have at ConocoPhillips and now ExxonMobil carrying that authorization, and ConocoPhillips carrying that authorization, because the original domains and hub ownerships of the property and services of a oil refinery, offloading millions and billions and billions of gallons of fuel, and of course in that service of a driveway and access points and hub locations and service centers, and transporting that fuel, unleaded, diesel, and also aviation fuel in that case, and these offloaded into tankers and railroad systems, and also the 18-wheeler CDO requirements, the $35 endorsement fees for modifications for ConocoPhillips and ConocoPhillips here on Stratford Road in Moses Lake, Washington. Now, Rhonda Kaiser Freedom Home at 831 Pioneer Way, and Jamie Lewis Freedom Home at 1401 South Union, and also Court Street Greenlee Memorial, transporting the aviation fuel, and also Batonsville, Indiana, that 35 endorsement fee of the Forethought Policy, Regulation, and Service and Income Society, being a stationary policy, regulation, and service with the administration office that carries a major download system to bring testimony and services and administration office of executive order by Donald J. Trump. Being the president primary election and carrying out the nuclear strike on Iran, bombing 3 compound facilities. Now, the hammer mill in Richmond, Washington is called the Atom Smasher. Now, the Atom Smasher is called the hammer mill, and the authorization of making blueprints and authorization of bunkers, nuclear fallout shelters, and also transport shelters for building nuclear deterrence and policies, and uranium, polonium, and the raw product, and making fusion, making a atom smasher and smashing atom smasher to condense and to penetrate and to make a ignition switch to ignite a nuclear bomb, possessing nuclear war and deterrence and services without any further protocol and services with Iran, and their nuclear deterrence of launching a nuclear strike at any time and moment here at Washington State. Now, the first strikes on Washington State and the soil of the United States is Washington State. And that service on taking that blueprint and authorization to build a nuclear bomb and take those components and services from the Army base, the Larson Air Force Base here in Moses Lake, Washington, carrying that Hiroshima Act. We have the headstones at Muley Freedom Home on Olympia. We got the J Mausoleum at 1401 South Union. We're at the Kennewick Police Department authorizing that policy, regulation, of documents of how they build the nuclear uranium plutonium plant and smashing nuclear molecules to atoms and making brand new elements on the periodic chart and bringing the nuclear compound facility to its knees, and trillions of dollars and trillions of tariffs are in fact. Now, there's money and correspondence pouring into the Pentagon, the Oval House, with Donald J. Trump on Facebook, on Zoom, and Caitlin C. Trump, and Eric Trump, and Donald Trump. Now, they tried to decommission Air Force One by killing Donald Trump and also the presidential primary election. Donald Trump Jr. has run for presidency, and Donald J. Trump Sr. run for presidency for his second campaign. Now, killing his Air Force One and his deterrence of data information and carrying a policy, regulation, and service to its increments of society of stopping the presidential primary election and its mad pandemic of COVID authorization, which has been authorized by presidential primary election Donald J. Trump, the executive order. Now, bringing that to the Blue Bridge and bringing that wall and all those bullets and debris and all the equipment, hydraulic hoses that were busted and left for dead, like Donald J. Trump, at Sunset Acres in Othello, Washington, where we had all the wood, the fence line, the grunt towers, nuclear deterrence, nuclear power, the Benton POD, the Richland POD, the Grant County POD, the George Washington House, and also the Brooks Athletic Club and the policy. We took those shoes to the Mueller's Funeral Home, like the Red Lion, and also we're at the Gold's Gym, because we exercise and we deterrence. We do long distance running. Run over the bridge, run over the Blue Bridge, run all the way to the Exxon Mobil, the ConocoPhillips on Stratford Road, and policy regulation authorizing the authorization of tariffs. Donald J. Trump. Now, John Luke Buchanan at 509-765-4451. Fax 509-765-1619. Carla McKinnon, MCKEA, RJ475RM. Amir Singh Nijjar, CIMARON5. His license number is NIJJAAS320P5. And that UBI number 602-720-979. It's the jewelry store in Columbia Center Boulevard, Columbia Center Mall, and also the Eagles. The Eagles has belts, wardrobe, and also shoes, socks, jeans, underwear, and also all kinds of wardrobe. So we have that authorization, personal service and policy regulations of how they're going to bomb and eradicate and kill all the administration offices of the Trump organization and services. And we're stopping that at the oil company and ConocoPhillips here in Stratford Road live.